The apartment building on Sycamore Street was nothing special. An aging structure with peeling paint and narrow hallways that smelled of mildew. But for Liam, fresh out of college and desperate for cheap rent, it was a place to call home. Apartment 6B was small and dark, with creaky floors and faint stains on the walls. But he didn't care, at least not at first. The stains were the first thing he noticed. Faint, reddish-brown marks that trailed across the floorboards in strange patterns, almost like splatters. He assumed they were old spills, maybe wine or rust from the radiator. But no matter how hard he scrubbed, they wouldn't fade. The neighbor across the hall, Mrs. Grant, an elderly woman with perpetually shaking hands, seemed eager to talk whenever Liam passed by. "That apartment," she said one evening, her voice trembling. "It's cursed, you know. They never last long in there." Liam laughed it off, chalking it up to small-town superstition. But over the following weeks, strange things began to happen. At night, he heard faint noises, whispers, the scrape of something heavy being dragged across the floor. He checked with the neighbors, but no one else seemed to hear it. His dreams became vivid and violent, filled with visions of blood pooling on the floor and screams that echoed in his ears long after he woke. One morning, Liam found new stains on the living room floor, darker and fresher than before. They formed a path leading to the closet. He hesitated, then slowly opened the door. Inside was empty, save for a faint metallic smell that made his stomach churn. The building superintendent, an old man named Carl, was dismissive when Liam brought it up. "Old pipes. The place leaks sometimes," he said, avoiding eye contact. But Liam couldn't shake the feeling that something was wrong. One night, after waking from another nightmare, he heard it again, the dragging sound. But this time it was louder, closer. Heart pounding, he grabbed a flashlight and followed the noise to the kitchen. There, on the floor, was a crimson trail leading to the fridge. Hands shaking, Liam opened it, expecting, he didn't even know what, but it was empty. The trail ended abruptly, disappearing as if it had never been there. The final straw came a week later. Liam came home late from work to find the door ajar and the apartment freezing cold. Inside, the red stains were everywhere. On the walls, the floors, even the ceiling. A low, guttural growl emanated from the closet. He grabbed a knife from the counter, his breath shallow as he approached. When he opened the door, he found nothing but darkness. Then a pair of eyes flashed in the beam of his flashlight, red, unblinking, and impossibly close. Mrs. Grant found him the next morning, his face pale, his hands covered in blood. The police ruled it a psychotic break, but Mrs. Grant knew better. As they wheeled him away, she glanced into the apartment one last time. The stains were gone, but she swore she could still hear the faint dragging sound echoing down the hallway.